Manifestation is often misunderstood because it is taught as something you must actively do, rather than something you must learn to stop resisting. Many people are told that manifestation requires effort, focus, discipline, and control. They are taught that if they repeat the right affirmations, visualize clearly enough, or follow a strict routine, reality will eventually respond. This creates the impression that life is reluctant, that it must be pushed or persuaded. But manifestation does not operate on force. It operates on alignment. It responds to how you are positioned internally, not how hard you are trying externally. Before anything ever appears in your life, you have already taken an inner position. That position is quiet. It shows up in how you assume things will turn out, how you expect people to treat you, and how you anticipate the future. This position determines what feels possible to you and what feels unrealistic. The outer world follows that position. By the time something shows up as an event or a result, the inner decision has already been made. Most of what shapes your life is not the result of conscious choice. It is the result of unconscious expectation. Expectations do not feel like beliefs you chose. They feel like reality. They feel like logic. They feel like being realistic. But realism is often just belief that has gone unquestioned. If you expect struggle, you move through life braced for it. If you expect disappointment, you prepare for it. Life responds to that preparation. At every moment, you are standing somewhere internally. You are standing in trust or in doubt. You are standing in openness or in self-protection. You are standing in calm or in vigilance. This inner stance affects how you speak, how you listen, how you interpret neutral events, and how you respond to opportunity. Life does not respond to what you say you want. It responds to where you are standing while you want it. Many people want change, but they remain emotionally loyal to the identity that created their current life. They want abundance while still identifying as someone who must struggle. They want peace while identifying as someone who must stay alert. They want freedom while identifying as someone who must stay in control. Reality cannot give you experiences that contradict your self-concept. They must stay consistent with who you believe yourself to be. Manifestation shifts when you realize that identity is learned, not permanent. You did not come into the world with most of the beliefs you now carry. You absorbed them through experience, repetition, and survival. You learned how to be in order to stay safe, accepted, or functional. These identities were useful. They helped you cope. But what helped you cope does not have to define how you create. Your nervous system plays a major role in manifestation. The body is wired to return to what feels familiar, not what feels best. If stress, scarcity, or instability were familiar early in life, your system learned to treat them as normal. Calm and ease can then feel unfamiliar or even unsafe. This is why change can feel uncomfortable even when it is positive. Manifestation is not just mental. It is physical. Your body must learn that a new inner state is safe. This does not happen through intense emotion or dramatic belief shifts. It happens through steady exposure to calm, grounded experiences. Small moments of ease, repeated often, recondition the system. Force does not work here. Familiarity does. You are not meant to move from doubt to certainty in one leap. You are meant to move gradually. First, you stop resisting change. Then you stop arguing with it. Then you allow it to feel possible. Then you allow it to feel normal. Each step changes what your system considers realistic. Each step widens what life can reflect back to you. Reality responds to dominant states, not passing thoughts. A dominant state is where you return when nothing is happening. It shows up in how you handle waiting, how you respond to silence, and how you treat yourself when no one is watching. That baseline state is the signal life responds to most consistently. If waiting feels tense or heavy, your inner position is still rooted in lack. If waiting feels neutral or calm, your position has shifted. Manifestation often speeds up, not because things move faster, but because inner pressure dissolves. Space allows movement. Pressure restricts it. Urgency does not help manifestation. Urgency signals that something is missing. Calm signals that something is already present internally. Calm communicates stability. Life moves towards stability naturally. You do not need to rush reality. You need to stop contradicting it internally. The mind often asks for proof before allowing trust, but manifestation does not work that way. Trust comes first. Evidence follows. This does not mean denying circumstances. It means understanding sequence. Inner state leads. Outer experience confirms. Growth does not require constant monitoring. A seed does not grow faster because it is checked repeatedly. It grows because the conditions are right. Your role is to maintain supportive inner conditions. When you constantly measure progress, you reinforce the identity of someone waiting for permission. Permission does not come from results. It comes from self-agreement. The moment you allow yourself to feel settled, capable, or sufficient before circumstances change, you step into authorship. You stop reacting and start leading. Manifestation is not unrealistic or selfish. It is responsible. When you regulate your inner world, you stop expecting the outside world to regulate you emotionally. You stop projecting unresolved tension outward. Your inner world is not private. It is generative. It is the blueprint from which everything else is built. Ignoring it does not make it irrelevant. It makes it unconscious. What is unconscious directs your life quietly. Manifestation is not about controlling people or manipulating events. It is about clarity. When your inner signals are clear, responses are clear. When your inner state is confused, life mirrors that confusion. Clarity does not mean knowing how everything will happen. It means knowing who you are choosing to be as it happens. Identity leads experience. There will be periods where nothing seems to move. These are not failures. They are stabilization phases. Your system is adjusting to a new baseline. Many people quit here because they mistake stillness for stagnation. But without stabilization, change does not last. Manifestation builds quietly. Each aligned choice strengthens the next. Momentum develops internally before it becomes visible externally. Inconsistency does not erase progress. Each return to alignment matters. Repetition is how identity shifts. Old patterns may resurface after growth. This does not mean regression. It means deeper layers are surfacing. Each layer offers another opportunity to release outdated assumptions. Manifestation is not linear. It moves in cycles. You revisit themes with more awareness. What once controlled you becomes something you can observe. You are allowed to change without explanation. You are allowed to want more without defending it. Growth does not require permission from your past. Life responds when you stop negotiating, when you stop saying you will feel better when things change, and instead choose groundedness now. Groundedness does not mean passivity. It allows clear, effective action. Calm action outperforms frantic effort. You do not need others to understand your vision. Alignment does not argue. It simply lives. Manifestation deepens when you stop outsourcing authority to timing, approval, or conditions. Your inner agreement is enough. Reality is flexible. It always has been. You are taught to doubt your influence over it. As you live from a new internal state, subtle changes appear first. Your reactions soften. Your decisions simplify. Your energy stabilizes. These are signs of real alignment. Eventually, the external adjusts. It has no choice. Reflection is what it does. Manifestation is not mystical. It is practical. It is the relationship between who you are being and what you experience. When you live in coherence, life cooperates. When you live in contradiction, life resists. Choose coherence gently. Return to it often. Force is unnecessary. You are not becoming powerful. You are remembering that you already are. And when that remembrance becomes familiar, reality rearranges itself to match it.